Good evening, everyone. Whew, we are getting close to the end of the week. I don't know about you, but I am looking forward to a weekend. I just wanted to pop on for a few minutes and give you my hope-filled perspective for the evening. I don't know about you, but sometimes I end up wondering if what I'm doing makes a difference. I end up wondering if what I'm doing makes an impact for God and for the kingdom. Sometimes I find myself looking at what other people are doing, and I wonder, God, is what I'm doing, is it important? Is it furthering your purposes? And so I want to encourage you tonight to not despise the small things that you're doing. Something happened this week that God used to encourage my heart, and I want to share it with you to encourage yours, because I think it's real easy for us sometimes to look at what other people are doing, what people who have big platforms are doing, and think, wow, they're making a big impact for the kingdom. And it can get easy to wish that maybe that we have that platform or that impact and minimize how God can use us. So a couple of years ago, a friend and I attended a conference in California, a mental health and the church gathering, with the purpose of seeing what we as believers can do to help with the situation of mental health. And so I was attending that conference with a friend, and while I was there, I was tweeting some of the important things that I was learning. And I was real young in the whole social media world at that point. But like I do whenever I go to conferences, if something really strikes my heart, I want to share it with others. And I do that whenever I go to a conference. I do that from sermons. I do that when I read other people's books. I want to share what impacts me with others and kind of help spread their message. So I was there and I was doing that. I was just tweeting important things that were affecting my heart. And I didn't really think anything of it. That was just my purpose for being on social media, is to encourage and uplift and spread hope. And I figure if I'm not doing that, then I need to get off. But that's my whole purpose for being here, is to encourage other people. Well, the other day I got a card in the mail from somebody who I don't know, but who follows my posts. And it was a thank you card, and she sent it to me and said, I want to thank you for the tweets that you sent out from that conference in California. If you had not tweeted, I wouldn't have known about that conference, but because you tweeted, I was able to live stream and tune in, and that was a really important time in my life, and I needed that message. So I wanted to thank you for doing that. Y'all, that conference was 2 years ago, and she just sent me the card this weekend to thank me for tweeting, for sending out simple 140 character messages of important bits of information that I was just sending out to encourage. I'm not telling you this to brag on me. I'm telling you this to show you how God can use the little things we do to encourage and help other people. And I won't share the rest of her story because it's her story. But these tweets made a difference in her life, and her being able to tune in to that conference made a significant impact in her life. And so I just want to encourage you today to not despise small beginnings, to not question how the little things that you do in your day-to-day make a big impact for the kingdom. How giving a positive word to somebody, maybe the grocery store clerk, or picking up trash along the road, or helping to shovel a neighbor's sidewalk, or offering to bring a meal to someone whose spouse has cancer, how those little things add up to significant impact for the kingdom. it's not all about being on a big stage and talking to thousands of people. It's the little things that we do that make a big difference, and a big difference in the life of one person, and then another person, and then another person makes a big difference. And just like my little tweets, I didn't know if anybody was even seeing them, but it made a difference in her life. Her sending me that note of encouragement made a huge impact, because it told me, yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Even on those days when it feels like nobody sees what you do, it doesn't make a difference. That's the enemy whispering in my ear. But her note of encouragement about something I did 2 years ago says, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep sowing the seeds, and eventually you will reap the harvest. So my hope-filled perspective for you today is to keep on keeping on and doing what God has asked you to do, because it does make a difference. I pray you have a blessed evening. Keep on keeping on, and keep the hope.